Hello everyone and welcome to Supe's On. This is where you get the latest news from around the Spring-Ford Area School District. I'm Steve Bonnett. Joining me is the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. David Gooden. Dr. Gooden, welcome to the show.
Morning, Steve. How are you doing?
It is February, halfway through the school year. It is flying by.
It absolutely is. In our buildings, a lot of students and a lot of teachers, they celebrate the 100th day, and so there are a lot of activities going on with that. And so yeah, we're well into the school year.
Yeah, we just celebrated that not too long ago, and I'll tell you what, it's fun to see how creative the kids get to celebrate the 100th day down at the elementary level.
Yeah, I think at the elementary, especially kindergarten, the kids come in and they were dressed as 100-year-old people, and or at least their interpretation of what a 100-year-old person would dress like. And so that was very cute.
Yeah, very, very nice. And then we had some fashion shows and counting 100 cups, and it's a great time.
Right.
Now, speaking about counting cups, hands-on, we have a new program that we did have a spotlight video earlier in the year called RamQuest.
Right.
Let's talk about that a little bit. What is RamQuest?
Well, RamQuest, and very simply put, it's a class where students are going to go in and they're going to do a lot of hands-on activities, use a lot of manipulatives, really focused on math, technology, science activities. It's been well received, but we're doing it through all the elementaries.
How about we show that video right now so the audience can take a look at it?
Very good.
Here's a spotlight video on RamQuest.
It's a class to help students learn to think critically and creatively to solve problems.
It will help them collaborate and be creative and work together.
The new class is called RamQuest for students in grades 1 through 4.
We had a unique opportunity with a 6-day cycle in our elementary schools to bring another class to our students. And we couldn't think of a better thing to bring than a class where kids could tinker and work with different products and materials and do some science-based, some inquiry-based activities. They'll also be learning about cyber safety and doing some more coding as they did last year with Hour of Code.
RamQuest really is a class to help the students become better thinkers. Through technology, math and science experiments, coding, better thinkers and better problem solvers.
As an educator, what are the benefits to having a program like RamQuest?
It's a class designed to teach our young students 21st century skills and address real life issues. All of our elementary students participate, so this will encourage more students to take computer science classes and possibly pursue a career in engineering or technology, which is needed in our workforce.
And RamQuest has been a huge success.
The children come in every day super excited. I even have kids stop me in the hallway. What are we doing in RamQuest this week? And they may have had RamQuest the day before. And I love that they say, what are we doing, not what are we learning? Because that's what RamQuest is all about, doing things.
Teachers have said their classes look forward to coming, and I've also gotten positive feedback from parents that are pleased that the district has added this class.
I like RamQuest because we get to do a lot of fun stuff like math. We get to do computer programming, some science things, fun play outside, and computer coding, and I like coding.
I like RamQuest because it's good when you problem solve. You end up socializing with other people and learning at the same time.
The future for RamQuest really will be to review what worked, what students liked, what they did well with, think about other ways that we can challenge them. So we'll be looking at a continual improvement model to continue to engage and challenge students.
Well, it seems like the kids are having a great time. What's the future for RamQuest?
Well, we really want to broaden out what the kids are actually exposed to during that time, and one of the ideas that we're looking at is the introduction of some robotics components into that program for students. And so we're looking at bringing that on board next year.
That has to be a lot of fun for the kids. I mean, getting their hands on robotics, I know we have that at the high school, but at the elementary level, to get them already involved with that is really a good head start for them.
It really is, and really to make learning authentic, it needs to have some application. And when you're looking at math and technology, science, these students going into the RamQuest program, it gives them an opportunity to utilize some of what they're learning in the classroom in a very practical sense, and they're having to problem solve and produce solutions to various activities. And so it's completely hands-on, and students are highly engaged.
You know, you talk about being engaged. It seems like, and you did mention earlier, well received.
Extremely.
Students and parents sound like they are really enjoying this program.
Yeah, we've seen a very positive response to this program at the elementary, among the elementary students and the families. As I said, students are excited about going in. They're engaged. Their learning is very relevant and practical, and so it's a good opportunity for our students. It's a program that has been well received, and I certainly want to commend the teachers who are involved and the administration that helped put that in place, and the school board that supported it.
Well, you know, they're going to, having the RamQuest, they're going to be ready when they get to the high school level. And at the high school level, there's a new program going on in the media center called the Makerspace. Conversation's been out there a little bit. What exactly is the Makerspace?
Well, the Makerspace is really a movement, and we're seeing it nationwide, so it's not particular just to Spring Forward, but the Makerspace movement really is an opportunity for students at the high school level, or any level for that matter, to get involved in, like RamQuest, doing hands-on activities. But in the Makerspace idea, it's more self-directed by the students themselves. So if they're doing something with audio-visual, there's the possibility of doing that because in our particular situation, we're putting in audio-visual capabilities for students to go in and record music, make music, edit film, do those kind of activities, as well as some of the 3D printer capabilities and some of the creating that they're going to be able to do. We haven't decided here in Spring Forward what exactly we're going to call that space, if you will, at the Media Center, but the movement nationwide is really known as the Makerspace movement. But I'm sure we'll come up with a catchy name for what we're doing, as we did it with RamQuest down at the elementaries.
So now, just to be clear, no teacher's going to be hired for this. This is really a self-engaged. Students go in, kind of show how to use different things, and they're pretty much on their own when they go in to really get their projects done that they need.
That's right, Steve. It's really more of a self-directed, student-directed program where students are allowed to go in, or they have the opportunity to go in and really use manipulatives, use technology to create. And they're really doing that from a self-directed standpoint.
And when will this be up and running so students are able to get in there?
Well, we're looking at fully having the program and the space completed by the beginning of the 17-18 school year.
Excellent, excellent. Another hands-on program, which is good for, you had it at the elementary level, now you're having it at the high school level. Let's continue the high school level. Another hands-on facility is the Western Center of Montgomery County. Great place, learn a lot of great programs out there. New program starting next year, sports medicine. Sports medicine,
from the last I heard, it has the highest application for enrollment of any program out at the Western Center, and it's a brand new program that's starting. So students are going to have that opportunity to go out there and get the groundwork and kinesiology and physiology and all those things that go into sports medicine. They're going to have opportunity to be exposed to that. But in a larger sense, the Western Center is a huge asset to the district because it provides an opportunity for students to look at the trades and the possible careers that are available in the trades. I know that nationally, we have a shortage of people who are able to, that have skills in the trades, whether it be carpentry or plumbing, electrical, anything to do with auto mechanics, diesel mechanics. Those are all high-paying, high-opportunity skilled trades. HVAC, for example. I know that there are many companies out there that are struggling trying to find qualified HVAC techs. So there's a tremendous amount of potential out there for students who are interested in not going maybe a traditional route of going to college, but they're looking at having a solid career and learning those skills necessary to be a part of those trades. I've heard recently that, for example, it's not going to be unusual for HVAC tech to command $30 an hour for their services, and so I think there's a lot of potential and a lot of potential for those programs out there and students who are interested in this economy. So it's a great resource and it's a great program out there.
And sports medicine is going to do, students will have the opportunity to get certificates. Let's take a closer look at the sports medicine program.
Let's do it.
The Western Montgomery Career and Technology Center has a lot of unique opportunities for students. They offer 17 different programs and will be adding one more starting next year.
Coming to the Western Center is our new sports medicine program for 17-18, which will focus on athletic training, physical therapy, and exercise physiology. Students will be learning all different facets of anatomy, physiology, exercise physiology, rehab.
Do heart range, target heart range, so all the cardiovascular machines, treadmills, the bikes, free weights. They're going to be able to do basically the pre-core machines and learn all the different ways that muscles are used.
Sports medicine focuses on helping people improve their athletic performance, recover from injury, and prevent future injuries. It is a fast-growing healthcare field because health workers who specialize in sports medicine help all kinds of people, not just athletes.
Students can get their personal training certification and work in the industry, LA Fitness, a YMCA, or corporate fitness. Students can also go on to get their athletic training certification from a 4-year accredited college. They can also become a physical therapist aide and then eventually go on and get a 2-year associates to become a physical therapy assistant.
When it comes to sports medicine, hands-on involvement is very important. That's why the Western Center is working with different companies to get students real-world experience.
Currently, we have several partnerships. We're working locally with the Spring Valley YMCA, Meshach Physical Therapy, Rothman Institute, ATI Physical Therapy, Upper Perk Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy, as well as Good Shepherd. So we've got some great opportunities in front of us, some local partners that are already with us and supporting this program.
If you want to get into a fast-growing medical field, sports medicine in the Western Center is the place to be. Again, another great opportunity to get their hands on. I mean, that video really shows what they're going to be doing. And it looks a lot of fun, but I'm sure a lot of hard work, and it looks like that's going to be well received as well.
I think it will be, Steve. As I said earlier, right now the applications to get into the program are as high as any other program out at the Western Center, and this is a good sign for a brand new program that we're bringing online out there. I know Chris Mortson and his staff out there have worked very hard to make sure that what they're doing is relevant and preparing students to earn a good salary and have a career in the trades, whether it be cosmetology or food service or any other of the offerings out there. So it's a great opportunity for our students, and because not everybody is geared to go to college, and that's all right, because there's a tremendous amount of opportunity in the trades for people who are so inclined. And so we certainly want to make sure those opportunities are available for our students.
But you don't want to take away the college as well, because you can still go out there and still get to the college of your choice if you so desire, depending on the course of action you do take.
Absolutely. But my point is that there's a tremendous amount of opportunity for students who are so inclined to learn a trade and make a good career for themselves, and have a very good living, make a good living in the vocations. So that opportunity is available for our students.
You know, every time we talk about the Western Center, I always bring it up, no matter who I talk to, that it has a close, because I went out there. Right. You know what I mean? So back then it was audiovisual communications, learning TV, graphic arts, photography, and I had the greatest time out there, loved it. So every time I go out there, it brings back fond memories, and I really enjoyed it. So again, that's very close to me as well, and some of the teachers are still there. So it's very nice to see this.
Yeah,
And I love that they're expanding as well.
They are. It's a great opportunity for our students who are so inclined.
Moving back to the high school,
Right.
talking about a new program, ELA, English Language Arts, K through 6. What exactly is going to be implemented down there next school year?
Well, as you know, as you just mentioned, we did put in a new ELA, English Language Arts program in K through 6. That's being fully implemented this year. The board was supportive of that initiative, and so we put that new curriculum in place. Right now we have one of our curriculum supervisors, Katie Gardy, and our coaches are instrumental in helping to implement that program, and they've done a nice job with that. Anytime you introduce a new curriculum, it's a huge project, especially when you're doing something that's across multiple grades in multiple buildings. And so that implementation is going very well. That ELA program is closely aligned with the PA Common Core standards. So it's helping to better equip our students to be competitive and to have the right foundation they need to move on. Next year, we're looking at really doing some work with our math curriculum from 5th grade on to 12th grade. And so right now we're in the process of evaluating various curricular offerings that are out there and trying to make a decision as to the direction that we want to go. I think that one of the opportunities that we have is to expand our college prep math program, which is currently being run in algebra in 8th and 9th grade, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. For those students who are taking algebra, we use college prep math, and we're looking at maybe expanding that into the high school, into Algebra 2 and geometry as well, because it's a solid program and it's produced good results. Very well received, certainly by our 9th grade teaching staff, and our students have done well with it. So we're looking at expanding that into the secondary level, that college prep math program. Looks to be where we're leaning. And then we're looking at revising our math curriculum in 5th and 6th grade as well. I'm not at liberty to say exactly which program we're going with at 5th and 6th, but it looks to be that it's going to be a program from a publisher that we're already using in some other areas. So we're looking forward to that, and with board support, and the board has continually been supportive of curricular improvements here in the district, so we appreciate that. But it's a lot of work when you implement a new curriculum, so that's where we're going.
What's the process in getting a new curriculum for ELA, math? What's the process for that?
Well, part of that process really involves looking at where you're at right now and evaluating the curriculum that's in place now, identifying shortcomings in that curriculum or areas where it needs to be improved or updated so that the rigor is in place and it's also relevant. And so, you've got to go through that process, and then you begin to look at the various resources that are available out there and try to choose one that's the best fit for where we are. And so it takes some time to do that. You want to get input from various teachers who are going to be utilizing those programs, and because they are, for all intents and purposes, the experts in those areas. So it's a lot of work, a lot of groundwork. The easy part is buying the curriculum, and it's not a one-size-fits-all. It's a long process, but we're making headway, and the curriculum department has really been aggressive in trying to make sure that that we're providing the most relevant and rigorous resources for our students.
Well, you're always looking to move forward, okay? And spring forward, if you look at all the topics we talked about today, on Supe's On, everything's moving forward. RamQuest, Makerspace, the sports medicine program, the ELA, and the math. It looks like we're always moving forward, and it looks like that from this show, from the list we have right here, we're moving forward.
I believe we are, Steve. We continue to advance in certain rankings. Our school performance profile, for example, at our high school, I think I've mentioned before, is one of the highest in the state. And that's a result of a lot of the work that we have with our AP offerings. We have quite a number of AP offerings here. 24 at the last count. So students who want to have those rigorous classes and reap the benefit of those classes, it's certainly available to them. At last time I was talking to Dr. Nugent, and he was telling me that we have over 600 and some odd students taking an AP test this year. And so those numbers continue to rise. So you've got your advanced, you know, the increased number of AP offerings at the high school. You've got your the whole engineering STEAM focus with Project Lead the Way. You've got a phenomenal performing arts program here at the high school. So there's a little something for everyone, no matter what your particular interest is, and there's a lot of opportunity.
And you know what? We're not going to stop. We're going to keep moving forward.
Absolutely.
Great show as always.
Thanks,
Thanks
Steve.
for stopping in the TV studio, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, Steve.
Take care. That's it for another edition of Soup's On. For a complete schedule of Soup's On and all the shows on RCTV, log on to springford.net and click on the RCTV tab. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Soup's On.